started at my shoulder and went down to my wrist. I thought the doctor said it would be numb after it completely healed. He did, and on some parts of my arm, it is numb. It's just certain areas that still give me a little pain every now and then. A couple years ago, I was flying down the highway on my bike, trying to get home, and I ended up getting completely clipped by a dumb-ass broad talking on her phone while trying to merge over into the carpool lane. Bitch didn't even have another passenger in the car with her. Needless to say, I hit the median and flipped over a few feet. If it weren't bad enough, my bike caught on fire while I was still on it and burned the left side of my body pretty bad. Well, my arm suffered the most damage with third-degree burns, but I still had some scarring on my hip, thigh, and rib cage. Learning that stop, drop, and roll bit in elementary school really helped me out, or else my whole body could have been engulfed in flames. Natalie let my arm go and walked back over to the door. Well, if you're okay, then I'm okay. Just don't overwork yourself like you usually do. I nodded my head, agreeing with her. Now let's go out here and see what these fools want. Already on my way, I said, walking out of the door and grabbing one of my lollipops from the candy jar. But we need to change that bet. I don't like those odds you came up with. She giggled. Okay, well, how about $100 says you gonna have to smack the shit out of him before they leave? I stopped in my tracks and looked back at Natalie and laughed. Could I get through a disrespectful conversation without putting my hands on somebody? I mean, the anger management classes the judge ordered me to sign up for after I beat the shit out of one of our club members had been helping out with my little attitude a lot. I hadn't had a physical altercation in about 6 months now. There was no way in the world I could let this customer bring me out of my new Zen state. I had to keep it together. Especially if I didn't want to go to jail and serve this time. Having complete faith in myself, I took her hand and shook it. Okay, bet. And you better have my money, too. I don't want to hear none of that, I gotta pay the cable bill shit either. I laughed, mocking her as we made our way to the garage. A euphoric feeling covered my whole body, causing me to forget about the sharp pains in my arm as soon as I stepped into my first love and sanctuary. Hart of the city was my baby and, at times, my life. The vast love I had for bikes, old and new, was on full display everywhere. Motorcycles of all shapes, colors, and sizes were in here being worked on, restored, or maintained in some way. A sea of colors from the custom paint jobs was like a wonderland to my eyes. The smell of burnt rubber was tantalizing to my nose. I sighed in contentment at the sounds of drills spinning, metal banging, and engines revving invading my ears. Kalani's song, Gangsta, played in the background, but was drowned out by the harmonizing sounds of multiple motorcycles being worked on. With Natalie on my heels, I bypassed the restoration of the 1968 Ariel Cyclone 650 I was working on and made my way to the front of the shop, speaking along the way to a couple of fellas whom I employed. When I opened the door to the cool lobby area, which looked like a decked-out living room with its modern furniture and red color scheme, whatever conversations the 4 guests were having came to a sudden end, and all eyes turned to me. "I thought you were going to get Phil," the fat one addressed Natalie, while still looking at me. His gaze seared my body from head to toe. "Instead, you bring this dyke-looking bitch. What? Phil busy or something?" He walked closer to me. "Baby girl, you sexy as fuck and all."